Hey, Facebook and YouTube. More appropriately, I should say, hey, Marysville. Thanks for tuning in. This is Highlights and High Fives, my weekly update. At least I'm trying to make it weekly update where I talk about the things I'm paying attention to out there in the community, things that I think are important to share, and hopefully give you a quick update of what's going on, and hopefully engage with you guys. That's my goal a lot of times with these videos and these things, is just to connect with people and maybe learn something from you guys. So I always love that. If you can, raise your hand, say hi, give me some sort of feedback out there. That would be great. Even though I just turned this up and it says stream could not be created, I don't know what that means. Seems like every time I think I know what I'm doing, technology proves me wrong. But anyway, so what have I seen out there in the community? Some of the cool stuff I've seen going on is the connector trail. On my way into town, there's this guy. There at the reservoir, they are working on, looks like my best guess would be stairs. Probably a culvert under there for the ditch, and then stairs going up to the reservoir. So you can get across from the Jim Simmons Trail over there. So that'll be really cool. I've seen people, cutting over there, just over the road, and then kind of going the long way. So anyway, that's a cool thing going on, and excited to see more people use that. That's a neat one. As far as construction goes, everybody's favorite topic, Dunkin' Donuts. I've seen they've broken ground. I shared a reel about that a little bit ago, and people said, yeah, it's been coming for a long time, so it's finally here. Things are finally happening with that one. So for you Dunkin' Donuts fans out there, that one is well on its way, which is what's even farther is the Dairy Queen, another similar kind of restaurant chain. They are looking pretty good. I don't have video of that one, but if you haven't seen, I'm sure you have. It's there in 5 Points. I'm guessing it won't be too much longer before that one's open, so I definitely want to check out. Again, in terms of construction, we've got another delay that I keep kind of losing on Chestnut there by the new school board building. They have that blocked down, so I always, for a lot of us that kind of take that Chestnut back around to kind of take the back way on the south side of town, excuse me, that one is booked up there. So if you look at this, this section here of Chestnut Street waterline replacement. Let's see if they've got any information. Finish date, May 25. So it shouldn't be too long. So if you're like me, you probably, come down 9th Street, come down Chestnut here, and then hit this, and you got to go around. So anyway, I keep forgetting. Maybe this will be a reminder for you that you can figure it out. Probably more exciting than that. Sometimes I'm always curious, sometimes always, interested to know what's going on and trying to stay up with what all's going on with city projects. They just came out with this capital improvement projects website, interactive map, as you can see here. It's got all these dots, and then you can, click on it, and it'll zoom in, tell you what's going on, give you some dates, some contact information, somebody you can call and ask questions of. So to me, that's a really great resource to be able to keep up to date with what's going on. As you can see, there's enough projects here, like this one. Looks like a long one. Then you've got this one, professional parkway traffic calming improvements. Oh, I wonder what that is. Improvements aim to reduce speeding and improve safety for all road users traveling along professional parkway. I'll have to drive that one and see what it's all about. But like I said, that's a cool map, good resource. The city's got more and more of those things. If you haven't seen the parking app, that's another neat one that you can go to the uptown area, and they've got little pucks in the road that let you know if there's a car there or not. It's an app you can have on your phone, so instead of driving all over the place trying to figure out where you got a spot, if you've got some time or a passenger with you that can help you find that spot, or find that there is an open spot and then direct you to it, that's always nice to have as well. I'm going to kind of jump around here. Another exciting one that has been made official is the school board made it official and officially rescinded the reduction, what's it called? Reduction in force, I think, is the official phrase they use, but they made it official with the levy passing. Thankfully, those positions will stay instated. So that was another nice one. And I will be taking a lot of this. Oh, it didn't even. Let's see. Is it going to pull back up? I'm going to take a lot of this equipment here to Uptown Friday nights here. We posted up right there into the pavilion to mostly live stream McGuffey Lane and just some of the other things going on there uptown into the Avalon for the sensory friendly experience. That if you don't like all the crowds, or you got kiddos that have some special needs that would like a different place to enjoy that and still get out, that's a great place to do that. So like I said, I'll be under the pavilion there. Love to chat with you if you want to come chat about anything community related. Love to chat with you. Already showed you the map there. I logged out of Facebook trying to mess with this thing, and it's getting a little glitchy on me. Searching Facebook for some interesting things to share. Charity Burger, the Spicy Hog, here at Leon's. Every dollar for this burger that is sold goes to Impact 60, an awesome charity that does a lot here in our community. Looks like that's available through June. A little special burger there. So check that one out. That one's a nice one to check out as well. What else do I have on my list? I should mention that it's Rock the Block tonight for Friday nights uptown, and like usual, McGuffey Lane will be there. And so, if I didn't say that already, McGuffey Lane. I'm sure if you are a fan of them, you already know about that, and you probably are already planning to go. But either way, that's what's going on there. Listen to City Council meeting, or at least most of it, and a few tidbits I took out of that. They recognized the girls wrestling team and a lot of their accolades, a lot of the state recognition there, that they did really well. Some girls placed in the top handful there. So if you want more specifics on that, go check out City Council. The first part of the City Council meeting from May 12th, or I'm sure there's a Facebook page with the girls wrestling information there. I believe they've got a good one there. Also, this week is Law Enforcement Week or Police Week, so recognizing the minimum that serve that. If you've been paying attention to the news, there's quite interesting things going on here in our community that law enforcement's had to deal with here lately. So feel bad for them, and I can't imagine going through the struggles that they go through. So if you know one of them, reach out to them and say thank you for what they do, and encourage one of them. It's always a great thing to do. Memorial Day is also another thing going on here soon. Obviously, you've got a calendar, so you probably know that, but they expressed all the things going on. The Memorial Day Parade, I believe it's May 26th. I didn't write it down. The normal celebration or memorial services there. I believe a placing of the wreath will be going on. I believe that's before the parade there at the cemetery, or at least that's what it was when I was in high school. I'm not sure exactly where it's at now, but I assume it's fairly similar. Another big one, Touch a Truck. This is a cool one for all the little kids out there and the big kids at heart to go check out a lot of the equipment that the city has. I've got a friend who does tree work who has taken equipment there too, so there's a variety of things there that the kids can check out. That is June 6th, so check that out on social media. That's another great one to check out. I already mentioned the connector trail. And another thing they talked about at City Council was a program, economic development, at least I think that's who did it, has been supporting giving vouchers for Uber drivers, encouraging the establishment of more Uber drivers in our community. And I believe that voucher is a $5 voucher to help get you around. I believe it'll get people to Columbus, but maybe not back to Columbus. A little sketchy on the details. I apologize. But it sounds like they were a little vague and didn't have the information they were looking for. The goal, I believe, is to get more drivers in the area to help with those that don't have reliable transportation or don't have a car, whatever the case might be. But unfortunately, Uber isn't providing that information if there are actually drivers that are more local, based out of Marysville. But either way, it's some good efforts taking place to encourage those kind of things, because obviously we don't really have mass transit or even small transit outside of a few cab companies that I've seen around town for a long time. They also, the annexation of some ground for Marysville North, Marysville East is going on, and a lot of things going on there that I won't bore you with the details of that stuff, but definitely something to take a look at. I believe there will be, I think, a second reading, or at least another chance, really the main chance for folks to speak on that will be at the next City Council meeting. I don't know if that'll be the first part of June or the end of May. But that's your opportunity to speak up with all the conversations going on about growth here in our our community. We really can't do a whole lot if we don't step up and speak up when we want. Obviously, if you're familiar, the charter amendments just went through, and those kind of spoke to the growth of the community and some ways to address that. So there's others that are passionate about that. Encourage you to talk to those. I've got some podcasts related to some of those things, so check that out. Speaking of the podcast, I interviewed sounds like too much of a formal word. I had a good conversation with Trevor Secord, the CEO of our local YMCA. I think he said he's been in that position for about 6 or 7 years. He's been with the Y in general for about 17 years. Great guy, doing a lot of good work over there. I always feel that the Y is a hidden gem, so if you'd like to learn more about the Y and just kind of meet the CEO and kind of get his take on his mission and what his aim is for the future, that's a great one. It'll be out next week on Friday. Excuse me. The only other real big note I have is the Kia dealership that was proposed at City Council. I heard that, there's some for and some against the Kia dealership kind of being the gateway coming in from 33. Not a big fan of another car dealership being the first thing people see when they think of us. Not every time, but a lot of times when I've traveled over the years and you say you're from Marysville on a plane or in Florida or wherever you might be, it's amazing how many people have said, oh, that's where Honda is, or that's where the women's prison is, so be nice to get some more uplifting things than a car dealership to be known for. Obviously, car dealerships have their place. Some in town do a ton for our community, so they are great things to have. I'm always a fan of yesteryear architecture, but unfortunately, I don't think we get too many of those great architectural gems these days. So not sure we've got great options of what would welcome people in on 33. Probably aren't going to put a park there or anything. But that's the majority of what I've got to communicate as these go. Hopefully you guys will engage, give me some more information, what's going on in your world that I can help promote. Some of the things that I'm paying attention to in a more organized fashion. Hopefully get some more details that will mean something to everyday lives here in Marysville to make more good stuff happen, meet more good people, and all of those things. So I appreciate if you make a comment of some sort. Let me know if you found value in this. If you want to stay connected, like, comment, subscribe somewhere. The best place to subscribe is my Good Stuff newsletter, where I kind of put some of this stuff, most of this stuff, into a newsletter format to send out on a regular basis to try to give you an easy way to keep up with this, because I've been on here for 13 minutes and not everybody wants to sit around and listen to me ramble for that long. So a newsletter is the way to go. So if there's anything I can do to help you, if you need help telling your story through media or marketing, you need help buying or selling a house, those are things that I can help you with. So love to help you out with that if I can do that. Otherwise, have a great week.